Good morning everyone, or good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, whenever you are. Today's video will be me experimenting with some flat lay photography. Flat lay photography was popular a few years ago. It is just basically taking photos from directly above. It does make a really great photo for your Instagram post, especially if you're wanting to highlight a product or just highlight a mood board or something like that. It's also very popular in food photography. So it's about getting the shapes and the sizes, the textures and the colors right. My name is Bic Walker, and my aim here is to mentor makers and creators to turn their hobby into a business. Flat lays make really great visuals for social media posts, and the better the photos you have and the more fun or quirky the photos you have, the more engagement you get. And you can use flat lays to highlight a product or to even surround a text or a message. It also allows you to display lots of your products in one shot or tell a story in one image. There are 7 points that I'd like to talk about that you'd need for a flat lay. And today I'm going to experiment with 2 or 3 themes, and then I'll walk you through the process of how I create some of my flat lays. Number 1 is lighting. I'm in Australia and we've got the sun coming directly from north. So wherever you are, it might be different. I'm lucky with my house. I've got a great big north window at the back. This could be bad and good because it could create a lot of harsh light and a lot of sharp shadows, which is not what I want. I want a soft, constant light. So I like to take my photos or my videos with east lighting. So at the moment I'm standing in front of my east window, and it just so happens to be in my bathroom, which is probably not ideal. You could see there's my bathroom, and through this door here is the toilet. It's not a great ideal place to film, but it does give me a lot of great light, and I just angle it here so that the east, this is east, so it's the morning sun. Because the east window is hitting this side of my face, I also have another light source that I've bought here. I put it on the other side of my face to get a more even light like that. And that's the same with photography. Any photography, whether it's flat lay, selfies or product photography, lighting is the most important thing. So with my east window, I am going to push a table right against it before I lay out my products. Number 2 is background, a nice white background, and you can just get a white tablecloth or a white piece of cardboard if you don't want the creases. And the more light the background is, the more versatile it is. I've got this really nice table outside. So recently we've painted this outdoor table, and it's a nice orange sunset, and that is a really nice background, but it's quite tricky to work with because you don't want to put too much color on color, so you got to contrast it with a lot of white products. The third thing you'd need is props. So if you've already got a product line, like if you're a maker, you've got your own sort of products already, you could lay that down. Otherwise, if you want to create a mood shot, like an office shot with a keyboard, a laptop, a mouse and a few other things, you can find bits and pieces around the house that's going to match in size, in texture and in color. So I'm going to try and create that board. Because the nature of my videos that I'm talking about helping handmade businesses, I'm going to be needing this shot. So it'll be doubling up for my other videos in the future that you will see. The fourth thing you need is a theme. So you got to work out what you want to shoot and what story you want to tell. So treat it like a storyboard. If you want to create a more fun shot, like a painting, a relaxing painting weekend, an artistic shot, you then get out your paintbrushes, get out your canvases. You might want to get things out that you like either a skateboard or a guitar or anything that is personal to you. Number 5 is composition. So you've got to work out, after you've got all your products together, you've got to work out what works with what and where you're going to lay things and how you're going to compose your picture, because it's like a piece of art. You could do things symmetrically and really structured and straight, or you could do it random and more casual. But you've got to balance it out. You don't want to weight something too heavy, top heavy or bottom heavy, or whatever you do on one corner, you need to balance it out on the other corner. If you have things spilling out off frame, then you spill it out off frame in the other corner. So it's all to do with compositions and colors. Number 6 is you've got to work out your format. So what are you shooting it for? You're shooting it for an Instagram shot, which is mainly square, or you want it landscape or portrait. You might want to do all of the above. Then you can like swap your products around, move it around a bit so that you can have an option of landscape or an option of portrait or an option of square shots. While you've got the products there, you may as well play around with it and take as many photos as you can so that you could stock it up as your stock image for future marketing use. Number 7 is just to be playful, to be experimental. So it's all just a bit of fun. There's no rule of thumb. Once you've learnt the rules, you can just chuck it all out the window and try new things, juxtapose things, and the more you do it, the more you know what will work. You can see that a photo is balanced or off balance just by looking at it. So just be playful, be experimental, and show a few people what they think. If they think that works, get a different point of view, get a new fresh look to the project, because sometimes when you're working on something, you're so ingrained in it that you don't see what a fresh pair of eyes might be able to see. If you're enjoying this video, it would mean so much to me if you could hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so that you can get notified when I post a new video. And if you can give me a like and maybe a comment on whether you enjoy it or not, or maybe some other tips and ideas that you might have for flat lays, that would mean a lot to me. So it would also increase the algorithm of YouTube, which tells YouTube that you are liking this video and it is worth watching, and this video will then reach more makers and creators. So my first shot is going to be an office table, but because the surface area is so small, I'm going to have to find smaller objects. I have found a couple of things in this bucket, and it consists of coffee cups, pens, calculators, and so on. And I'm going to try and arrange it on this table here. So first I'm going to do a very structured layout of a launch pad and a few music things. You either want things straight on, or if you want to juxtapose it, to make it on an angle deliberately, then you put it on a very obvious angle. Otherwise it looks like you've made a mistake, or the object's moved. And you want to take a photo quite far away, just using my iPhone. Make sure you clean your lens, because that's actually should be number 1 thing to do, is to clean your lens. So there it is. I've got my flat lay. I might just do more of a random layout. I'm just going to call my daughter in so I can have a hand model, and then I'm just going to shoot that photo with somebody's hand in it. Alright, so we've got this really nice tall space, and it's got a mezzanine level, see up there. So that gives me a really good space upstairs to take a flat lay shot down here of this painting. Alright, so I've got this table here. It's pretty colourful, and I'm just going to try and put some white plates on it and sort of do a flat lay for food photography. Don't know if it's going to work. The sun's pretty good at the moment because it's behind the clouds. It's overcast day, so it's not so glary. Got these white bowls, and I am going to put them in a group of 5 because I want a square image rather than a portrait or landscape. Might find some smaller bowls to fill in the other areas here. A lot of white space around the food so that it contrasts the table. It gives that separation between the white and the colourful table. I'm going with the circle themes. I've cut up the orange and I've laid it in a circular position. I think that the plant in the middle is a little bit overbearing and I don't really want to use it as a feature, so I'm just going to change things around a bit. You get like a human hand in it, or if you want to make it playful and have a donut with someone taking a bite out of it. If you want to know more about photography, just stay on and click on the next video. I've got videos that teaches you how to take creative self-portrait using your iPhone. So you don't need any fancy equipment. All you need is the knowledge of how to play with light and shadows and just to look at things in a different way. And also the most important thing is the willingness to just try and experiment with things.